Well, good morning from whatever day this is. We are looking at the Thunderbolt shelter. 146, Hawkeye says, and I think that's right. I agree with him. And we were told we needed to check this out. This is at the summit of Greylock. So we're back up here on the top today. Obviously, you can see the weather's not going to be great. We're hoping we don't get any kind of downpours or anything, but they said, hey, we need to check out this shelter. Hey, this is kind of a neat little place. Common fireplace here in the middle and emergency overnight camping. So one of the neatest shelters I've seen. Room for 1, 2, 3, 4 people on the bunks, but you got lots of floor space that you could be in here. But we're going to try to do about 15, or it depends. One of our guides says it's 13 and a half. The other says 15 and a half. But we're coming off Greylock today, headed down towards Bennington. We won't make it all the way there, and we'll see you up the trail. Well, this is what we got this morning. It's not actively raining at the moment. I don't expect that to last, but we're coming down off of Mount Greylock, and we had a little bit of steep for a little while, but now it's just kind of putzing along through the woods. So our trip today is a U. We go down for a while, and then we got another climb in the latter part of the day. It's gradual. Hopefully it'll be not too insurmountable. It won't be insurmountable. Other people have done it, so I know we can do it too. But we're still working our way through Massachusetts this morning. And don't know that we'll get any views of anything to speak of today just because of the weather. And I don't know, I know that we'll be up on top of something later in the day, I guess, because we're climbing. So maybe the weather will have burned off, but I think it's supposed to kind of stay socked in and overcast today, and hopefully we'll be done before the heavy stuff comes down. We'll see. But we'll make the best of what we got, and we'll see you up the trail a bit. Well, we just approached this little open spot right here, and Hawkeye's words were, we're probably not going to see much. And we're not. It's not completely socked in up here, but it's a fairly dismal day. It's cool, I will say that, for which I'm very thankful. I've been hiking in my rain jacket just because of the threat, but I just stopped and took it off, and trying to be a little bit cooler. Mount Williams, okay, so that's what this is. 2953. And then AT South goes that way, AT North goes that way, so we turn to the left. So anyway, we're making good time, moving on along, trying not to slip on slippery rocks. They've not been too bad today so far, knock wood. So I'm hoping that'll continue. Hopefully the storm menace will stay away until late in the afternoon, and if we have to hike in it, maybe it'll only be for a little while as we're finishing our day. We'll see how that goes, and keep you posted as best we can as we go up the trail today. Well, here's the view down into town. I'm assuming that's Adams, but I don't know. I'll have to find out from Stops or from Steve this afternoon. But the cloud cover has gone away a little bit, and we've finished our climb here, I think. And then I guess we go down into this little town. I'm not sure, or close to it. We'll see what happens. Well, this is something I've been wondering about. Gunshots may be heard from nearby firing range. I've been hearing that for most of the day, most of the morning today. And I wondered if we were in somebody's backyard or if we were near a range. So, question answered. We're still winding our way down from Greylock, though not as steeply now as before. We've actually been able to walk out a little bit here in the last little bit. And I guess we're approaching town. I don't recall that we're actually going through a town, but I know we're going to cross a road or two as we wind our way back through, because we were, they pointed out a few places where the trail crosses coming through Adams, I think it was, or North Adams, I'm not sure which. Showed where it goes up somebody's driveway and back in the woods, and apparently they used to have a sign out saying free water and let you use their hose bib. So that's kind. But anyway, we're moving on up the trail. I haven't done any timing this morning. I think I'm just going to walk, and I'll check our mileage after a while sometime, see what it says. But for right now, we're walking out, and that's good. We're comfortable. Well, we've left out of the woods. We're on this roadway for a little bit now, and coming down into a residential area. These homes here are beautiful. Some are old, some are obviously newer, but they're all well cared for. Really nice place. I would imagine the cost of living here is kind of high. But anyway, we're going to plow on down this way, and I know we turn left. We may go all the way into this, and that may be where the person is offering water. I don't know. But I'm going to walk past this guy weed eating, and we'll see you up the way. We're coming through this little town, and I happened to see this little AT message center, but then I saw underneath there are coolers, so we're going to check out the coolers before we meander on along. Well, just off the bridge, and we've got more pedestrian walkway getting us back up to the level of the road. You can still see the canal right here, and probably the bridge back over that way, barely. And I think right up here is where we go up this person's driveway up into the woods. And we're going to be climbing for a while, so I'll probably set my phone down for a bit. But this is really a neat pathway for us hikers. I have to wonder, was it built expressly for the AT, or was it for some other purpose? So anyway, we're heading up the hill now. Oh, railroad tracks. Here we go. My wife said she likes seeing the railroad tracks. So here we go, Beth. Love you, dear. We're gonna climb, and I will talk to you sometime. The kindness of strangers. Thanks to the folks who live in the house. I'm not gonna show the house, but we walk right up through this little driveway and up through their backyard, and they're offering free water if we need it, but we're in good shape. So off into the woods we go. Well, given how many of these I think we're gonna cross, which is one, this is the mountain stream of the day. I don't think we're gonna have a better water source or a better call for the mountain stream of the day today. Got a nice little bridge going over. You can see it wandering on down the way there. All right, my wonderful son, one of two for the win again.
Good save.
Good save. Been waiting on this one. How about that right there? 1,600 miles. So that is absolutely awesome right here by this creek. So congratulations, bud. I love you, and I'm still proud of you.
Love you too.
Well, here's a little bit of a waterfall that's kind of collecting this stream and starting it up a little bit. I don't know what's above it, but maybe I'll see it as I walk up, but I wanted to show you this. And we'll head on up. Hawkeye's going to walk on up because he's faster than I am as we start this uphill. Hopefully it'll be gradual. We'll just have to wait and see. Let me walk over here and show you what's going on here. So this whole thing here collects the water coming down, I guess, and steers it into the creek. Very interesting. I've never seen anything like it before. Well, we just came up a mother of a rock climb. It was tough, but we're up here. Hopefully we can still beat the weather. It's still threatening rain. Drizzly a little bit, not bad, just misty, and we're moving onward. Well, wandering up this way, and we are walking through the mud, which is appropriate. Here's the Vermont Long Trail. So I assume we have crossed the border.
The sign said welcome to Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, there's a sign that says welcome to Mass. So we are now officially in Vermont, even though we slept in Vermont last night. So we passed, what, 1,600 a day? Yeah. And we crossed another state line. Awesome job. Yeah. On second thought, maybe this is the giant rock that's out in the middle of nowhere, because it certainly is. But we're moving on forward. We've got probably 3.5 miles or so to go, and maybe 4, I don't know. It's threatening rain, but under the cover of trees we're okay. It's just dripping a little bit, but moving forward nonetheless, and we'll see you up the way. Well, as you might guess, we have made it off the trail. We got our miles done. Really strange day today. We're at the Catamount tonight. We're going to be here 2 more nights at least, if not longer. Neat little place. The owner's hiker friendly. Stops and Steve set up and did trail magic over here. They've done a fish fry tonight. There's a big fish fry coming up, or some kind of a cook here in a few days we might try to come back for. But we're right beside of a gas station. So anyway, strange day. We planned it out. We used 2 guidebooks, and I've showed both of them to you. We use Far Out, which is our computer app, that puts a dot on the map where we are, and you can plan your route out that way. And then we use the AT guide or the AWOL guide. When I planned AWOL's mileage from start to finish today, from Greylock down to County Roads, which is where we got off, 13.5. When I punched it in to set up my route so I could look at the elevation profile for ups and downs, Far Out says, well, it's 15.5. So we don't know which one to believe, so we don't know how far we hiked today. But, our plan was we're going to call the shuttle driver. Steve was going to come get us because Stops was cooking. So they said give them about an hour. So we got to the state line there at Vermont, Massachusetts, and we crossed the state line, got on the Long Trail, it runs coincidental to the AT for a while. And the guide that we had, Far Out, says, hey, you're 5.5 miles from the end point. So I set a clock for 40 minutes, and I figured, 40, 45 minutes, that'll give us 2 miles or a little bit better, 2.5, 2.25. And that'll be right at 3 miles, which is an hour if we're on flat level terrain and we can hike out, and we were. We got to the timer, at the end of the timer, and it says 1.2 miles. So we're thinking, oh, holy cow, we're gonna be sitting here in the rain because it was rainy this afternoon. And I was able to get a text out at the 1.2 mile mark. Steve had already headed that way, or was just close enough that he actually just drove up when Hawkeye got to the road, and I was about 2 or 3 minutes behind him. So very fortuitous. We didn't have to sit around in the rain. It was good. We had a great hike today. Not a lot of views, but it was not a difficult hike. The rain held off. It was a good day. So thanks for joining us. Don't know what we're doing tomorrow so far as miles or where or what. I guess we'll pick up at County Road and go north, but we may go up north and walk back to County Road. We'll see. So we expect to see you here in the morning first thing, and we thank you for joining us. Take care.